Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Consider Shadowrun for the Genesis. Now, what I've done here, this is for demonstration purposes, so I don't want to hear any flack about cheater. This is a new game, but I still have my decker from before, the one that I've been running around the barrens on and then exploiting and explaining how to do mid-range missions and low-range missions. That guy's still around. This is a new guy. Alright? So, what am I going to do with this new guy? Well, I've used the in-game hacks. Ah! Why am I shooting? I don't know, it was going apeshit. I've used the in-game hacks, and I've given myself 110 karma and 250,000. The reason why it's not 250 right now is because I've purchased the best gun without upgrades and the best armor in the barrens. And I want to demonstrate what you should do after you've grinded up enough to leave the barrens, because as you've just seen, low-level missions and mid-level missions, other than Matrix runs, which we're going to get into, don't pay enough. Even corporate missions running to get packages and retrieve people are not your breadwinners. So you get the best gun, max your clips, which I just did, and max your armor here. You don't have to do anything else right now. So let's play the game. You might want to buy the cyberware over here. There's only one piece of cyberware I might recommend at the moment. Is this it? Yeah. I'll point it out to you here. Oh crap, you can't go. Oh. Okay, there we go. I'm in need of your services. Okay, the cyberware. The one that I might recommend you buy is this one for 3,800. If you're not a mage character. It takes half a point of essence, and it ups your body capacity by 1. And that's really useful. More hit points and more durability. I haven't really done most other cyberware. This one right here, Smart Link, is good for firing faster. It's somewhat okay, but not necessary. And if you don't have a data gen because you're a samurai, you wouldn't buy it for 400. So if you want to make money as a samurai, buy this, because as a samurai you don't have magic anyway. And I recommend buying this. So we're going to buy that just to demonstrate. So now I've spent 5,405 bucks. You can get that pretty quick. And now let's leave. So this is all the cyberware. Oh crap. Let's destroy this guy. I'm gonna ruin him. Alright. Now what am I gonna do with the karma I've established? I don't know if I've given myself enough. I probably will need a little bit more than this, but let's find out. Okay, first you pick up Michael's stuff. You pay him $250. You get your first cyber deck, which is pretty crappy. Okay, so I'm here to pick up Michael's stuff. Wait a minute, I have money. Oh, I keep saying that's too much money. I'm stupid. Sorry. Small change, chummer. Here's the 2 holo packs you get. The 500 credits. Guaranteed not to exceed 5,000. Yeah, oh yeah, then you get the medical thing that takes you to the hospital. And you get that holoplex and that holoplex. And that opens up the game. The game's open. So you never have to buy that, but you're stuck in the barrens if you don't. So before we leave the barrens, we need to upgrade our stats. This will give you an idea of how much karma you need and how much money you need before you leave. So let's look for a place to crash. Let's sleep. A steaming mug of soy calf would be just whiz about now. Let's go to the karma screen. Now, see, that's why it says 2C3, because my body's actually 1 point higher. To enter cyberspace, you need intelligence maxed, because it's attack speed and it's increasing combat and cyber combat success. So, as a decker, you need that maxed. Willpower increases combat success and, of course, your resistance. I usually max that out too, but I max out quickness because that's also cyber combat success. Charisma is good for money. It doesn't help when you sell stolen software, so but it helps around here to get money quicker. So I hope I have enough karma to do this. Let's see, because I normally max out my stats. You can't do magic, you know. Magic in essence only decrease when you increase cyberware, but the only person who has magic is a shaman anyway. So, charisma, let's see about that. I'm at the max. body. There we go. Now dwarves I think can have 7 body, so this will be 8 for them. The only person who's a dwarf is you're a human, you don't get to pick in this game, but that's 44 karma right there. And if you play a decker, if you want to max out strength, go ahead. It's probably not necessary because it's just melee, it's just grenades and melee, and you probably don't use them anyway. But before you leave, you need more karma, and here's why. Now, you need to probably improve your firearm some, but that's immaterial compared to computer skills, because this increases success in cyber combat and the operation of nodes. So you max out your cyber combat success with intelligence and quickness, and then you use computer stats. Of course, negotiations for money, you'll probably have more negotiation points before you leave here. I recommend it. Electronics is good when you're using maglocks. You know, you've seen me suffer without electronic skills. 3 or 4 is good for corporate runs, but if you don't do corporate runs, you probably won't need electronic skill. And if you buy that illegal hack kit, it can go up to 4 with electronics of like 3. Biotech is okay for healing, but computers is why we're here. So already we've spent 64 karma, right? And to max this out again, that's 74 karma. And computer options one more time, right? That would be 12 karma. Now you can do it one more time at 100 karma. Bingo. This I recommend. I recommend you get that 100 karma if you're a decker. Your stats will be different if you're a mage and you want to still poke around in the matrix, so you'll get 5.8 essence and your magic will go down. I don't quite recommend it. I recommend you hire the decker Shadowrun in the other barrens. He's pretty cheap to hire. He's like 4,800, and then you max him out this way. Give him 100 karma. Takes a little bit of grinding, but it's probably worth it. Now I have no karma, so 110 karma was just enough to get computers to 7 and my stats max, except for strength, and that's probably good. Firearms suck, but we're not worried about that right now. So let's leave. We've done 110 karma, so where to now? We need to leave, and we need to probably go one of 2 places. Call a taxi. Now, you can get cyberware in a few places. You can get here in the Polyup Barrens, which is illegal programming, which you probably need to go there, and here for the Renraku Arcology, which is for some legal programs. You probably want to go there too. Negotiation makes things cheaper, by the way, but I don't have any negotiation skills. That would take a lot more grinding. Probably 30 more karma to get some negotiation up to 4 or 5. So if you don't want to do that route, which you probably will be doing that, let's first go to the Polyup Barrens. Yes, it's 40 bucks. Hop in. Remember, we're going to compare before and after, 250 to after. And the mall is not this one. This is a bar over here. And one over from that is, yikes. Is the Shaman's Outfitter. There's only 2 places in the game to buy magic. This is one of them, right here. So if you're a shaman, come here for that after you've poked around in this cyberspace. This is the abandoned mall. This is the place, the illegal market. Go to the software screen, and what you want to do is this program, this section. All 3 of these programs are illegal. So Relocate is a good program, which gets rid of tracer programs so they can't boot you out. High levels, level 4 is probably necessary. You start out, I have Deception level 3 right now. It starts out that way, but you're going to need to beef it up a little bit. So this is where most of your initial money will go to, and we'll see how much we need before we leave the Barrens. Already I've spent 5,000 something. So let's upgrade the program. My deck's storage capacity is pretty low right now. There we go. Upgrade that to level 4, and that's 3,800 to go to level 5. And that's probably, level 5 is good for initial cheap runs. Now, Sleaze gets you by most nodes if it's high enough level, but you can't interact with them. and this gets rid of tracer programs. Sleaze is a decent program, and so is Relocate. I'll demonstrate these two programs and the combat program. So already we've spent 10,675. Let's buy Sleaze, and let's up it to level 5. Your deck does not have the storage for this program. Yeah, okay. I'll come back here. So let's go back to combat and attack level 4. You're going to have to upgrade that by 1, but in order to do that we need to upgrade our deck. It's all about the money. The only phone to get out of here, I think, is up here in this corner, so I'm just going to walk away. Okay, it's up here to the left. Let's take a cab. You can upgrade your deck there, but it's more expensive than upgrading your deck here. So, just so you know. So it's probably wise to come to the Arcology first and upgrade your deck. But the programs, all programs and all deck upgrades transfer between decks. I'll explain what I mean. This right here, Cyber Deck's available. These, anything you do here transfers to any other deck you buy. So it's not a waste of money to buy these, and then buy a new deck. This is the Cyber Decks you need. My deck has no upgrades right now. You can start with this lowest one for $5,000, and you might want to, because it's the cheapest. But for mid-level Shadowruns, you'll need at least this one. But we'll go with this one for low-level runs because this will be the bare minimum you need. You don't actually have to upgrade this deck to 5,000 right away. So in order to do that, we can do this instead. Extra memory to load programs, 500 per 10 megs. Let's give ourselves 1,000 in that. This is where you store the data files. You want to upgrade that a little bit. 100, 200, 300, 400, probably 500. Now here is how fast the programs. This is when you swap out programs in combat. It's not necessarily needed when you have a big enough deck and enough RAM to support all your programs in the deck without swapping them out. So you can probably skip on that for now. This is good. You probably won't be able to afford it right away, which I recommend you probably don't buy it right away, but this improves the speed at which you attack. There's a bar that charges, and the more of these you have, the faster that bar charges, which is very useful. But this right here is important, and so is this. So that was 1,500. And look, I'm already down. I've already spent a good 15,000 on the deck. But now we can upgrade this program once more. We have the space for it. Chances are you won't need to go to level 6 for right now for low-level matrix runs. But you don't need to do any of these. Oh, I'm sorry, Sleaze is not illegal. This, if you're extremely paranoid about losing your programs, upgrading Analyze is important to analyze what defenses or ice are on each node, because if there's black ice and it counters you, it will delete the program you just used on it, and that can waste you tens of thousands, and in some cases 100,000. So Sleaze is level 4 right now. It's probably all you need. Mine's level 4. Yeah, because you upgrade to level 5. Sleaze starts out at level 3, because Sleaze level 4 is what you're buying. So you starts out 3. I bought it to 3. Sorry. That's probably good for low-level runs. And I'm at level 4 with this. I don't want to go higher. Okay, I've spent almost 20,000. Okay, well, not really 20,000. 19,275. But I probably need to upgrade my mask program once more, which becomes important. I gotta find me a phone. Because you don't want to get stopped by ICE. So let's call a taxi. Let's go back to the illegal district and upgrade it one more time. Yes. Now, you might think 20 grand or 25 grand is a lot of money initially, and it kind of is, but it's no big deal. Especially if you're grinding for 100 karma, you will get 25,000. I almost guarantee it. There we go. Browse the hardware and software. These right here are just, you never need them. I don't ever buy them. Okay. I'm level 4 with Deception and level 3 with Sleaze. If you really want a better program, then buy this as well, up to like level 3. As soon as the price gets over 5,000 for these programs, for low-level missions, you probably don't need them. Okay, I just wanted to check on that. I'm okay. So now let's go and do some low-level matrix runs, and I'll show you where to find those. You go here, Penumbra District. And once you get to the bump, you have to go to the big rhino. Now it starts you here by the Fuji Corp, so all you have to do is go to the right, and you should be here. Yeah, this should be the big rhino. No, I'm sorry, that's the corporation. Sorry, it's one below this. I always get these confused. Okay, here we go. Now, this is the big rhino. It's free to enter, it's low-level missions. And here he is. How much money have we spent? Let's go to the Pocket Secretary. Before we even start these missions, look at that. So you need about 20 grand. Upgrade your RAM and your storage space a little bit. I haven't upgraded my CyberDeck, so I could probably only store 5 programs or 3 programs. But I'm looking for some work. Nope, I'm not going to do these missions. I want to wait for a low-level cyber mission. So you'll see that it's kind of important. The Orc Gang. Nope, don't want that mission. It takes a little while to get your mission. I have a simple matrix run lined up. My client wants his management records updated. Upload this file to record a substantial raise and log extra vacation time form. Return here to collect payment when this has been accomplished. 430 bucks. Yes. I've loaded recognition program and passcode into your deck. That guy up there, you could hire him if you want. I'll poke at him real quick and you can see who he is. An armed troll. I'm looking for a good runner. Do we get to shoot people? I charge $3,400 for lifetime. I'll talk to you later. So that's basically a samurai for you. He's not a bad one to have. He's low level though. He's a low level samurai, and you'll have to beef him up naturally. Now, where do you go to hack into the Matrix? Any of those terminals that call cabs. But where's the best one to do it for Matrix runs? I'll show you. Go over to downtown Seattle, which is one screen over, and go down one. This area, because this building right here is the only guy in the game who will buy programs that you steal from the Matrix. So you come into here. Now, you should probably hard save always before you enter the Matrix, because if you lose programs, you're not going to want to have to rebuy them. Unless you're really hardcore and only save upon exit, and then that's just part of the game, right? Well, anyway, I don't consider it that way. You'll need 20 grand and 110 karma to start. Negotiations, though, might be better. So you might need 150 karma. Let's go to cyberspace. Run my passcode. Let's load that program, or that program. I can only load one program at a time, because I don't have the space right now. This program is good. So it basically gives false passwords. Watch. See? So you enter the system. That's a node. Now that's the CPU. You can tell because it has the little bands around it. Otherwise it'd be a node. Alright, this is why you want that up. That's an illegal program and it's very good. Go to node, cancel or crash system. We're not trying to crash the system, we're trying to go to the employee files. Oh, that's those boxes, these boxes. If you're in the CPU, you can go to any part of the program that you've unlocked. So, but only from the CPU, so it's a one-way trip out. Otherwise, if I was there, I'd have to go back through that one. And this node might lead to more data files, but for right now, let's go here. We're gonna have to hack our way in. Now that bar at the bottom, underneath the mask, that's the when the program is ready. So if you go into here and you swap programs out, you take them out and you load them in. See, watch, that bar will charge up slowly. The speed at which programs load from memory, yeah. I can probably get in with the password, but let's attack it. Oh shit, that's a tracer program. If that thing gets to the end, it'll boot you out automatically. That's what that redirect is for. But this is low-level runs, simple matrix runs, so you'll be fine. Let's transfer some data. You upload the files to the data store. Run accomplished. Now we're going to try and steal some files. Client information, sure. I think we can only grab 5 files. Now the bar at the bottom is yellow. When it turns red, we can go back to the CPU. Personnel, dossiers, sure. Employee schedules, no available storage. Now I see I couldn't go back to the CPU, so anyway, the only way to jack out of the matrix is to go into this screen or go to the CPU and crash it. If you're getting attacked, sometimes things prevent you from logging out. But I'm going to take away this program from active storage and put this one back in. And it's pretty slow. But if you have enough space, you don't ever have to swap programs. So these low-level runs are actually pretty easy to do. Let's transfer some data. Now, I know my storage space is low, but I might have enough. Oh, see, it was 0.6 for the other one. This is 0.5, so I know that I'm full now. So let's leave the node, go back to the CPU. This is the best way to leave the system as the CPU, but if you can't do it, go to a node. See, if you're in the CPU, I'll explain it both ways. Crash system, you log out. But if you go to a node you haven't cleared yet, any one of these, this triangle or this node, oh, there's no ice here, so I can't demonstrate when there's no ice, when there's no intruder countermeasures. You get that sometimes. It's the end of the program basically. But the CPU is usually the most well guarded in a program. No ice. I can't demonstrate the other way to leave. Well, I already did. It was that red jack, but whatever. I'm gonna have to leave through the CPU because there's no other way to do it if there's no ice anymore. Crash system. Initiating system shutdown. Now let's see if the files I've grabbed are worth anything. They could be, they could not be. Well, let's look at your deck. This file is client information, it's useless. This is personnel dossiers. I might be able to find a use. 900? You bet. Routing request is useless. End of file. Now, just because employee dossiers was valuable now doesn't mean they're always going to be. I think rule of thumb might be the bigger the file, the more valuable it might be. But do not quote me on that. Let's go back into here and return our mission in. Because I've grabbed financial records and blackmail information and they were useless. I'm like, what? This is bank account router numbers and blackmail. How could that not be valuable? But he goes, nope, it's useless. Well, that's it. This is how you do simple matrix runs. And already I'm up some money. You know, I'm up 1,000. So that's pretty good. Matrix runs are the best way to get money after your initial purchase. It's probably wise to go back when you have it available. Go back and buy the next level up deck, and then the next level up. Slowly progress your decks, unless you get lucky and grab a ton of money out of a couple files, and then you can upgrade decks right away. For mid-level Matrix runs, I'll show you what deck you probably need to get. You don't need to go to the illegal district and get those 2 illegal cyber decks. Those are for really hard Matrix runs, and chances are, by the time you're ready for those, Nick, you probably have the most decked out legal cyber deck available, and you probably don't need the other deck. But let's go to the deck anyway, and I'll show you what I mean. And then this will be it. This is a very short episode of how to make money in the Matrix. Display available cyber decks. This one upgrade to probably as soon as possible, because its load speed is a little faster. But here's the one you really kind of want to get for mid-level runs. When you start mid-level Matrix runs, at least have this deck, if not this one. But try this one, because its response time is faster. And, well, there's not much else to say about it. It's got more storage instantly and more memory instantly, so I'm not sure what else to say. Get this one for mid-level. So grind your way in smaller ones, grab this one after about $5 grand, and then grab this one, and that's it. This is all 3 areas, really, of Shadowrun for Genesis that I'm going to go over. Grind the fuck out of it. Let's just cancel out. Give me a phone. There is a phone actually in the arcology all the way over to the right here, if memory serves me correctly. Yes, it's the only phone here, I think. Let's call a taxi. You stay here. You stay in the Ramon Barrens until you grind up 20,000 and about 110. Probably more, because you want negotiation. And then instantly go to Renraku, spend... well, buy your cyberware, the dermal plating, and then come here and then buy the weapon and the armor just for shits if you want it. I recommend it because it's more accurate and you take more punishment that way. And it's fairly cheap for starting armor. Come here, upgrade your deck a bit, then go over here and upgrade that illegal program that you start with, and then just go to here. So, I'm sorry, I'm not saying their proper names. Redmond, initial grinding. Renraku, upgrade your cyber deck. Pile up barrens, upgrade your program, and then Penumbra District to start getting the level Matrix runs. No other mission is worth your time except Matrix runs after you grind this shit out of the barrens. And that's basically it, guys. This is how you start Shadowrun if you're smart. Now, if you're hardcore and you don't want to do it that way, fine. I do recommend it, though. It'll take you 4 hours probably of grinding. It's kind of funny when you're a decker, because you deck to get money, to upgrade your deck so you can deck better to get better money, to upgrade your deck to get a better deck. It's a vicious cycle. So you have to know when to stop decking. And you can probably buy the most expensive deck legally, Renraku, the 60,000 one, or even the one before that, the 25,000 one. That one is a perfect deck too for mid-level Matrix runs, and mid-level runs will get you. You could probably walk away with anywhere between 5 to 20,000 per run if you have enough storage space and good programs. I'm going to exit out of this and show you a mid-level Matrix run with my deck set up. I'm going to save. I don't need to save on game 1. I know I overwrote my Shaman, but whatever. I can easily play another Shaman if I want. Let's load game 2 and show you mid-level Matrix runs. I think you can check your deck. This is the Cyberware Magic Pocket Secretary. I think Cyber Deck. Here we go. I have level 5 for this. I have level 4 Sleaze and level 5 Deception. And these aren't even really enough. I cannot do mid-level Matrix runs very well with this setup. I would need Sleaze up to 6, Deception to 6, and Attack to 6. So that's what I recommend for mid-level. Do not take anything other than easy runs until you've upgraded to that. 6, 6, and 6. And even then, I have the mid deck. I have the 25,000 deck. It's the Fuji Cyber 5. I've maxed out how much memory it has. I don't think it can fit any more than that. So that's always a good thing. The load I/O speed is okay for that. But have at least this mid-level deck, the Fuji Cyber 5, before you start doing mid-runs. Make sure it's maxed out in memory storage. And I know I just got quiet because I'm trying to remember where I'm at. Oh yeah, I'm here. The place that you have to pay 150 to get in. But no, I don't want your grenades. But I'm gonna need money, and I don't think I have money right now. 13,000 isn't really enough to upgrade my programs at all. I think I can upgrade one of them. Let's find out, shall we? It's really expensive to upgrade your deck in one aspect. I'll point that out to you before we make this a video, an official video. Let's see, let's go here. This one right here, it's 5,000 per increase. That's the response speed, so you can go faster. I've pumped it up, I think, twice, which is that speed, that's 0.2. There is a max. I've maxed out, I believe I've maxed out the load speed. Actually, no, I haven't. But because I'm not actually swapping programs out as much as you'd think, because this deck has enough memory to load all the programs I want. That's as much as it can handle. That's as much as it can handle. I'm probably going to try and, let's see. Sleaze right now for level 5 is 9,000. And for level 6, the max I want is 10,000. That's always difficult. So I'm going to need about 50,000 more before I can start doing medium matrix runs successfully. I would show you drastic failures, but you see, because it takes so long to get through a matrix without a good deck, and your chances of encountering black ice and them deleting your programs is so high to where you have to log out and reset, take my advice. Let's see. The man follows you for a while, yelling at you, he eventually moves on. So take my advice. That's what you need. I might show that to you guys. If you have a deck like this and don't care about the missions themselves because they don't pay that much, you can just poke around cyberspace for a while and try and steal people's personal files, but you kind of poke around space at an equivalent level of your deck. I'm not sure exactly if I'm saying this right, but if I have this Fuji 5 deck, I'm going to be poking around systems that are probably moderate run missions. Here, I'll show you. I don't have a passcode, but I can do a Google search and find somebody's IP and log right in. And this is what I have. I have enough to load all 3 of those programs at once, and I could even load that if I wanted to, but I'm not. Let me show you how hard it is without proper upgrades. Yeah, okay, fine, but you'll see. If this is a short one, that's fine. This looks like it's going to be a smaller one, an easier run. No, if there's that type of ice, it says syntax error, but now I'm in combat. So, this is you fighting. You have 3 attacks, but they're all the same. If there's black ice on this, it could delete your file. I don't really want to demonstrate that, but I missed. But I am getting lucky with hitting this probably low-level ice. Leave the node, go into this node. I don't really know what these triangles are for, IOPs. They just link other areas, but the difference between those and a node, I don't know. Different ice on them. Rejected. Alright, let's try to find some files and I'll show you what I mean. Let's see, leave node. Oh, there's a data storage. It's probably not the best data. You should find the CPU. Let's see if I can hack into this. Yeah, this seems to be a low-level computer system. so mine is more than capable of it. Let's browse some data storage. Lone Star Report 0.5. This is security files. They're probably not as valuable as system management files, so I'll find 2 of these. The more you poke, the more risk you have. See, look, now we're at security yellow. Security record, sure. Now let's leave the node and go here. Now we're at passive alert. When you get to the CPU, you can cancel all alerts, but you have to find the CPU, and it's usually not hard. It's usually not easy to get through the security. Oh, there's more data there, and that's the CPU. Let's see what this data storage is. We won't know till we get rid of the ice. Alright, got in. And this is system file data store. There could be good stuff here. System activity, that's 3 files. I can only fit 5 files no matter their size on my deck. Now I have 4 files. It's probably... Oh, there's more here. You always want to check that, because you might be grabbing it from the wrong area. I'm glad that I have higher intrusion software than they have intrusion countermeasures. Project folders, yes, this is kind of what I wanted. Oh, that's dead projects. Probably not going to be useful. But now that all the ice is gone, I've used hacked passwords. Nothing's a threat right now, so I need to go to the CPU and probably ice it down. Ice suppressed. There we go. It's easier to demonstrate where you can go from the CPU when it's a bigger system like this. Let's see. Oops! That type of ice right there cannot be masked at all. I don't, so you try and it won't let you syntax error. As you can see, I'm still missing about 1/3 of the time. Actually, maybe about half the time. You could scan them and find out what they are, but of course, I don't invest in scanning software. The eyeball. Okay, you're dead. That actually does do physical damage to you. Cancel alerts. Go to nodes. Oh, there's one more data file here, and then there's a node here. There could be data files past that node. You can't delete files once you download them to your cyber deck. Sorry. So you don't want to max out your files right away. This is... let's read it. It is project files, not outdated files. You probably wanted to grab files from here. But I'll show you what happens if you're maxed out programs, which I am. Open project data. Your deck can only store 5 files at once. If you want to be I don't know what erase is supposed to do. It doesn't really seem to do much. Oh, I didn't demonstrate where to go from here. Go to nodes. See, look, now I can go anywhere in the program from the CPU. Which is kind of fun. Or I'll just crash the system. Good for big systems if you can beeline the CPU, but... now let's find out if those files are worth anything. That was probably still considered a low-level run. I've got stuff to sell. Lone Star Report for 1,000. Security records are useless. System activity 600. System activity 900. Project folders 3,000. And there you go. So this is why the Matrix is basically the only way to get some serious money. So I went from, what, 11,000 to 18,000? And I still would need more to upgrade my deck's response time and the programs to 9,000 and the 7,000 or whatever. 10,000, 9,000. I would have to do this one more time just to get the 2 program upgrades that I need, and I promise you that was an easy Matrix run. Trying to find a medium level run is a beast. But poke around in cyberspace, get money, and that's pretty much it. I'm long-winded now. Thanks for watching this. This concludes our ways of making money and making serious money. Maybe next episode I'll do the story run with this hacked file here. Until then, because I haven't done anything in the store yet. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for